Stephen Homer. Homer, great touch. And Danny Byrne! Send a free kick. Stenhouse! Oh, in front of Muir! Like a fall! Still going Wayne Knight. Shot. Oh, miracle strike! Free kick. Oh, great goal! Tabulone! Purigal messes it up! Purigal! Great goal! Gilbert! What a strike! Welcome back to FBTV. I'm Robert Blanche and we're here at Underwood Park for this round 14 clash between Rochedale Rovers and Brisbane City. I'm joined today by Ben Ryan, co-host of Songs and Goals on 101 FM and also head coach of Brisbane Athletic in the Football Brisbane Division 2. Welcome to the show, Ben.
Thanks, Blanchy. Looking forward to a good game today. Two good sides, both looking to bounce back from disappointing results last week. They both obviously lost the games, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see just how they go about that. Rochedale are obviously they're in third place as we speak. If they win today, they can go back up into second and put a bit of pressure on Olympic for tonight's game.
Yes, Olympic will have their scouts out here, no doubt. They'll be keeping an eye on the score, looking to see what they can do against the Redlands side, who on Friday night played against the Brisbane Roar, so they could be a little bit underdone, Redlands, this afternoon. Yeah,
well, I mean, you would think playing on a Friday and then a Sunday, it's going to be difficult physically, but playing against Brisbane Roar, these boys are going to put an extra 5-10% in. It's a big game for young lads, and mentally it might have an effect as well. So I would expect Olympic to get up in that game. So it's probably important for Rochdale to get the 3 points and just put themselves top even for a couple of hours.
Brisbane City coach Bobby Hamilton's got the side gelled well now. He's made a couple of new signings. He's got them playing good football. He'll be disappointed with the result against Mancravat last week, a narrow loss by 1-0. He will want to come out here and redeem himself, I suppose, and I think the players will as well. So it won't be an easy mark for Rochedale Rovers here at home today.
No, and I mean, if you look at the last 4 or 5 years, Rochdale are the benchmark. They're the team that everyone wants to beat because they've been there, they've done it, they've won titles. I think Brisbane City this year have had a bit of an inconsistent start, but they've started to put a few results together, and they're capable on their day of beating any side in this league. They're one of the sides that, when they get it right, they're one of the top 3 sides for me when they get it right, and it hasn't happened too often this year. I think that's something that Bobby will be disappointed about.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot as I always do with the new co-hosts. Yeah. A result for today?
I'm going to go with Rochdale by the odd goal.
A check of the Vito Premier League ladder shows the hosts, Rochedale Rovers, in 3rd spot and the visitors, Brisbane City, in 9th position at the start of this round. A win to the hosts will see them go 2nd for at least a couple of hours, while a City victory will see them just outside the 6. Rochedale Rovers coach Tim Brown names a couple of changes to the starting lineup from the side that lost its unbeaten tag to Wolves FC last time out, but we'll be hoping his side can regain their momentum against the City team, lacking a little bit of consistency in front of goal. Brisbane City coach Bobby Hamilton makes a number of changes to the side that was narrowly defeated by Mancravat away last week. He'll be hoping the changes can turn around their poor scoring form and get his side back to the form of recent weeks. The officials for today's match are referee Matthew Skinner and his assistant referees William Renwick and Paul Eldridge. Ball launched forward from the back over the defenders. Aparicio comes into the back of Thompson and cleared by Mario Aparicio. Unsworth flips it forward looking for Smits. A touch by Bailey. Eventually hacked clear. Dumpies. Terry Hughes does well out on the sideline. Plays it in. Cronin for Smits. Still going, Tim Smits shoots. Good save by Burson. And again on the second attempt to deny Tim Smits. City looked to knock it around. Cut out. Still City taves the ball. Austin back. Ball forward.
into the box, cleared. Austin does well. Jared Austin shoots straight at Mario Aparicio. Thompson puts it out for a corner. Burson, the long drop kick. Flicked on. Rowley does well to hold off Dumpies. Lays it back for Jared Austin. Gets around his man. Still going Jared Austin. Lays it off. Rowley with the shot! It just clicks the crossbar. Mario Aparicio not happy with his defenders. Goal kick comes well over the halfway. Flicked on by Smits. Not dealt with. Unsworth! Burson comes and does well on the edge of his box. Byrne. Always giving the ball straight away. Jared Austin in the middle of the park. Cronin does well to dispossess him. Forward, Unsworth. Steve Unsworth for Hughes. Smits. Back for Unsworth, who slides it through. Lovell's in. Lovell one-on-one. Great save, Aurelian Burson. And cleared up by the City defence. Played up the park. Great touch by Rowley. Chun, back for David Rowley. Gets stopped. Well defended in the end. Hughes loses out. Inoue for Austin. Bell. Chun. Bo Chun with a bit of space. Shoots! And just clears the crossbar. Unsworth. Good turn, Steve Unsworth. Plays it. Cronin's gone too early and offside. City looks short. Blackadder. For Geelong. Maybe we'll see some of his pace. Quick feet. Clips it through. Rowley gets there. Bell with the ball. David Rowley gets to the byline. Gets his head up. Cuts it back. Inoue gives Brisbane City the lead in the 44th minute. They've pressured, they've threatened, and now they've scored. Rochedale will look to come straight back from this. Lovell. Well tackled by Geelong. Lovell with the throw. Dumpies. Lovell. Hughes first time. Back by Byrne. Keenan Dumpies. In. Smits with a fantastic header in the 45th minute to level the scores. Rochedale Rovers 1. Brisbane City 1. Burson with the goal kick. And that's the half-time whistle, which sees the scores level. Well, Ben, half-time here at Underwood Park. 1 goal each, but in probably the 44th and 45th minutes. How did you see the half as a whole, though?
Yeah, I think Brisbane City started off really well the first 10-15 minutes. You know, they got at Rochdale, and to be fair, could have been in a couple of times early doors. I think Rochdale had weathered the storm really, and I think when they moved Terry Hughes into the middle of the park, that's when they started to get a grip on the game without really creating anything themselves, and it just looked like it was petering out to a goalless first half. And Cody Lovell's had a great chance round about the 42nd minute to put Rochdale 1-0 up, and keeper's done well, to be fair to him. 2 minutes later, and you know, City have took the lead.
Aurelian Burson in goal for Brisbane City, using his experience, marshalling his troops well, and at the other end, I suppose Mario hasn't had a lot to do. One shot's hit the crossbar and he's picked the ball out of the back of the net. Yeah,
I mean, for all that City had a good start, there was not really a great deal of opportunities for them to score. They had a lot of possession, they got down wide a few times, but like we said, the first chance really came in the 42nd minute, and obviously, you know, they've paid the price when City have gone up and went 1-0 in front, but then cardinal sin, you've scored a minute before half time and they've switched off, and all credit to Rochdale, great ball in, and Tim Smits has got up well and put in the bottom corner. So all in all, probably a fair reflection on the half, but I'm sure Bobby Hamilton will be really disappointed with that last minute where they've just switched off.
Do you think they've used Kwong's pace to their advantage. They did in the first few minutes. The Korean got in behind them a couple of times with his blistering turn of pace, and then it seemed to stop.
Yeah, I mean, whether or not that's the runs he was making, whether or not that's a service, or whether it was just good defending. As you say, the first 10 minutes he was in quite a few times, and it is blistering. And I just think he's receiving the ball too deep. He's picking the ball up inside his own half. If they can get the ball over the top, or at least get him in the final third, he's going to commit defenders. And if you get him in and around the box, there's defenders, they can't make tackles then. If they do, it's got to be perfect.
Okay, how do you see the second half panning out with the scores level at half-time?
Well, I think it's all about who responds to what's just happened in the 2-3 minutes before half-time. You would like to think Rochedale would, the champions that they are, would come out and put a slightly better performance in, and I'm sure that they're having a few harsh words in there. Just, if they raise it another 10-15%, I could see them going on it and winning 3-1 maybe.
Second half here at Underwood Park. Given away cheaply. Lovell out on the left. Blackadder does well. Plays it back for his keeper. And that's gone out for a corner, I believe. Hughes. Akubo! One of the smallest players onto the field. Free header. Doesn't miss them. And it's Rochedale Rovers 2. Brisbane City 1. Good turn. Rowley shoots! And a good save down to his left by Mario Aparicio. Early ball on Unsworth. And Merson does well with his legs. He's beaten the offside trap there. Let's have a look. Yes, he has. Easily onside Steve Unsworth. Challenge is flying in there a bit. Oh, Gray into the back. Jeong not happy. Clipped. Header! Oh, and Bell's header goes just wide of Aparicio's post. Corner swung in. Again, Rowley up and off the line, collected by Aparicio. Cronin. Rowley does well, dispossesses him. Jeong, first time. Off Chun. Aparicio comes. Collision, still going. And Bo Chun loses out to Aparicio. Bailey with the ball forward early. Looking to unleash. Jeong, and collision just inside the box. Aparicio not looking well. Jeong hasn't got up himself yet. This could be dangerous for both players. Let's have a look. Aparicio gets there. Chun's tried to stop. He couldn't stop. They've collided. No malice. Hopefully both players are all right, and it looks like they are. I think Aparicio's come off second best. Bo Chun cuts inside Sato.
For number 6, Ruben Way. Rochedale Rovers 2.
Austin with the cross, half cleared. Chun looks to go through them, goes down. Referee Skinner says, no, it's not a penalty. It's a card, I believe, for simulation. Drops in, Burson does well inside a big pack, releases early. Chun, brought down by Hughes. This should be and will be a yellow card to the Rovers captain. Burson with the goal kick. Jeong loses out. Rowley picks it up in the middle of the park. Looks to unleash the speedy Korean. He goes around Thompson. Keel's still going. Cuts it across! And Seb Bell couldn't quite get a foot on it. Blackadder with the ball back. And out for a goal kick. Hughes does well. Byrne gives the ball away. Bell plays it across. It's got through the defenders. Jeong gets his head up, shoots, and bobbles past Aparicio's far post.
Rowley looking for Jeong. Again, he'll use his pace. Gets his head up, cuts back in, crosses it across, headed clear. Good defensive work from Rovers then. Jeong still with the ball. Thompson. Ball flipped in. Dumpies doesn't get there. Spelter. Jamal Spelter shoots! And a handy save down to his left by Aparicio. Hastings with the corner, headed clear. Down for Hughes. Lays it for Cronin. Cronin gets it, looks to get it into the box. Off Spelter and out for a corner. Corner swung in. Burson comes, doesn't collect. Rovers trying to get it in and cleared off the line by Brisbane City. Burson. Blackadder. Oh, and Chun's gone down. Play on, says referee Skinner. Looked in the back for mine. Let's have a look. Oh, a clear foul. He's got away with one there. Coach Hamilton not happy with the decision. Blackadder with the throw. Flicked on. Ball played forward early. Callum Hare gives the ball away. Cut back for Hastings. Reece Hastings makes sure of it in the 94th minute. Rochedale Rovers 3, Brisbane City 1. City still look to come forward. They've not been outplayed today. Searching ball. Burson. Oh, calm as you like, Aurelian Burson. Plays it forward. Plays a good ball. Chun for Jeong. He'll look to take Thompson on, and does. Burns past them all. Great tackle. In the corner. Goal kick. Ball for Jeong. He's been their outlet late in the second half. Oh, brought down by Darren Gray. Lucky he didn't get a card then because he's already on one. Bell with the free kick. Byrne with the touch and out for a corner. Corner swung in. Aparicio does well. Got good two fists on it. Chun looks to take Hughes on. Clips it in. Good defensive header. Bell! And puts his shot over the bar. Aparicio. That's the final whistle here at Underwood Park, which sees the score. Rochedale Rovers 3, Brisbane City 1.
I'm going to say that was a strange type of game, but it was a good win in the end for Rochedale.
It was another battle for us, to be honest with you, particularly in the first half. I thought some of our good players were bad, you know, and I don't think I can say anything else. I don't think they sort of stuck to the instructions they got, and execution and other things was pretty bad, but I don't know, the second half was a lot better, but we managed to score twice, and we battled our way to another 3 points, so we're hanging on. We're trying hard to be the second best team in the Brisbane Premier League, so that's where we're at the moment.
At this stage you would go back to second place, and depending on the result out at Yeronga, which kicks off in a few moments, you could see you end this weekend with the right results in second place.
Well, if we just keep getting 3 points, that's all we can control, whatever happens other places we can't control, so we just have to eke things out of games like this. I will say this, I do have a little bit of sympathy for anybody that picked a card up today, and for some of the officials on the sidelines and that. It was a bit hard today, but that's life. That happens sometimes.
Captain Terry Hughes started wide on the right at the start of the game, then moved into the centre of the park. When he did that, you seemed to be a lot more cohesive.
Well, we went back to, for years we've been 4-3-3 team, and the last couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, we've experimented a little bit with this 4-4-2, but we thought we would go back to the shape that sort of suited us better, and we understand a little bit better, and well, maybe it worked for us.
Bobby, that was a difficult game out there today for your side. In, we'll call it trying conditions, there was some strange decisions and there was some lack of decisions, I think, baffled some of the crowd. But at the end of the day, it was still a good game of football, and you did have your chances. You could have come away with something today from that game.
Yeah, well, I thought I was happy the way they played, and if we can keep playing like that week in, week out, and that's our problem. Sometimes we'll let an ugly game come our way every so often. But I thought we played some really good football today against a decent side, a team that's third. As you say, it was very confusing, to say the least.
Kwong using his pace again. I thought that maybe he would have been used a little bit more, or was it a case of Rochedale defending him well?
Oh, well, Rochdale are a good defensive side, and they rely a lot on picking the loose balls up, the breakdown, and finding the front men or wide men. They do that quite well. And to be honest, everybody's got their own opinion, but I thought the best football inside today lost the game. But what counts is the ball in the back of the net, and they scored 3 and we scored 1. We had opportunities off the post, other opportunities, and if we put them away, like last week against Mount Gravatt, we went down 1-0, but we had about enough opportunities to win 5 games, but we didn't score, and if you don't score, you can't win a game. We need to play a certain system, and at the moment it doesn't. We don't have the affordability to play 2 out-and-out strikers because of the makeup of the squad, so we tend to play with wide players rather than 2 central strikers, and that might change in the future, but at the moment I feel we're playing the best shape to suit the squad that we've got. We did throw Chung a little bit further forward and try to play with 2 as much as we could in the last 25 minutes when we were chasing the game. But I think overall we were playing the best shape with the players that we've got at the moment.
Ben, in the end, a 3-1 victory for Rochedale Rovers, as you predicted at half-time.
Yeah, but probably not the way I expected the second half to go. I think Brisbane City had quite a lot of possession. They created 2 or 3 real good chances, but it wasn't to be. And I think as Bobby's alluded to, if you don't put the ball in the back of the net, there's always that chance that you're not going to win the game. And yeah, Rochdale, I suppose you might argue they were clinical. They put a couple of chances away to kill the game off. But yeah, I think Brisbane City can count themselves quite unfortunate not to get something out of the game at all.
Sometimes it's more about efficiency than pretty football, and I think that was probably a point in case today.
Yeah, and look, over the last 4, 5, 6 years, I don't think Rochdale have won leagues by playing, ultra superb attacking football every single game that they've played. They've had to grind games out, and today was just another example of that. They've knuckled down. They've worked hard as a team. They've won the tackles at the back. They've made blocks and they've went up and scored. And that's what being a top side's all about. You've got to mix both attacking and defensive capabilities, and they've done it well again today.
I'd like to thank you today for joining us as the co-compere of the show, and join us next week on Friday night when we travel out to Walton Bridge Reserve for the Div 2 clash between the Gap and Newmarket.